Hi, I wanted to do a troubleshooting video for people who are having trouble getting into that pelvic rotation during the double calf stretch. And what's happening is the pelvis is actually rotating over the femur. And what I see happen a lot is that people are, like from the side, I'll show you what's happening. If you put your hands on your pelvis and I ask people to rotate forward from the pelvis, a lot of times I'll just see their spine start to go into spinal flexion, and sometimes their pelvis doesn't move at all, or their pelvis will move a little bit and then their spine will keep going. And they feel like, wow, I have really flexible hamstrings because I can touch the ground, but they did it all with spinal flexion and not through hamstring length. And so I'll have them put their hands on their hips. So this is a pelvic model, this is the ilium. So when you put your hands on your hips, you'll probably do something like this and you'll feel the bone underneath. And you're going to rotate only as far as your pelvis allows you to go. And then when the pelvis stops, that's where you stop. So from the side, it would look like this. I'm rotating, 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 and then right here, my pelvis stops so I don't go any deeper. And if you still don't feel the pelvis move, sometimes it's difficult when it's been frozen up for so long, or something's going on in this area and you just, sometimes people cut off from feeling this area at all. So if that's going on with you, maybe put your hands on your inguinal area and rotate forward here, and you'll feel the inguinal area closing in around your fingers as this angle here is getting smaller. So like this. And if that doesn't work out, I'll pull out my little bird, and this is usually where people go, ah, I get it. So this bird here is rotating just at the pelvis and femur, so it's not going into spinal flexion. See how that's happening? The difference between you and the bird, or one of the many differences, is this bird is keeping a vertical leg. And with you, with this exercise, allow your butt to go backwards. So if I drop the plumb line from my trochanter and falls midpoint between knee and ankle, that's vertical leg. But here, as you rotate back, allow the butt to go back, and that's going to help support you and take some strain out of your back. And when you come up, keep that action in your hamstrings. So your hamstrings bringing you back up. So it's taking all the strain out of your back. So, and I have one more trick if that doesn't help, and you want to find a blank wall. Okay, here I am against the blank wall with my feet maybe 6 inches away from the wall, and so my butt's against the wall. And so these are, as I mentioned earlier, the sit bones or ischial tuberosity. And so what you're going for here is you want to feel and hear your sit bones. See how they're rotating up the wall? So again, like this, and you'll hear it. So on me, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the camera, but you'll be able to hear it when you do it yourself. Is you're rotating, rotating, rotating. Do you hear that? You can hear it, and then it stops. Like if I went deeper, I'd be going to spinal flexion. And so that's a good way to tell, to isolate the pelvis around the femur rather than doing the spinal flexion. Okay, that's all I got. I hope it helps.